Players are ready to get started, and it'll be interesting to see how these two match up. All right, and Cardona starting off with the first point. Cardona starting off strong here in game one, 2-0. All right, Cardona with a 2-0 lead here in game one. Side out there for Beltran. I've watched him play a little bit for the first time here this weekend with the WRT. And he's one of the most natural racquetball players, but that's something we've said about Cardona as well. So it's interesting to see how these two match up. I think it'll be a really fun match. Cardona starting off strong against Beltran. Beltran, who had absolutely no points here on the WRT since it was his first, had a pretty interesting ranking at 38 and has had to fight his way through this draw where there's been 46 pro players here this weekend from 8 different countries, 6 world champions, including Beltran. He faced Anthony Herrera in round 32s, defeating him 7-4. And then last night faced Jose Daniel Ugalde from Ecuador and defeated him 11-13 in a pretty tight match there.
Skip. 1 sirve 3. Cambio.
All right, and joining me here is Javier Moreno. Welcome, Javier. How are you?
3 sirve 1.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw you was at the Grand Slam here in Juarez, actually.
That's right. I did better that time.
Well, I'm selfishly happy to have you here, sitting here with me. Oops, we had you off there. Yes.
Okay.
So welcome.
Thank you so much. How are you?
No.
I'm doing well. It's been a pretty exciting weekend here so far.
Exactly.
What are your thoughts on the draw in the
4-0-1.
tournament so far?
It's the toughest draw I've ever seen in a long time here in Mexico. And we have all kinds of, it was United Nations tournament, right?
United Nations?
United Nations.
From our 8 different countries represented here? That's right.
You guys
Bolivia, Costa Rica, Colombia, Ecuador, Mexico,
Chile.
United States, Chile.
That's right.
That's what makes us the World Racquetball Tour, right?
Exactly. So it's pretty exciting also because we have my
5-0-1.
brother Alvaro playing for the first time. The
Yes.
icon of Mexico racquetball.
Yes.
He's finally here for the tournament. And we have a matchup here with Alejandro Cardona. Could be finals, right? Between these two guys right now. It's a very tough quarterfinal for both of these guys.
Yeah. Very exciting. Cardona starting out pretty strong here so far in game one.
Exactly.
And now, I don't know, do you know if these two have ever played before? I mean, I know on
Yeah, we have
WRT they haven't, but.
we have a satellite in Colombia, and they played a final there, and Alvaro won, but it was pretty tight game.
6
And,
sirve 1.
right now, Alejandro is the local boy, and he's pretty pumped. These courts are pretty fast, and it's good for Alejandro that he is he's a strong server. You know, he has the drive serve.
Killer drive serve.
Exactly. So we'll see how Albi reacts to that, like that serve.
Nice get from Cardona.
Good get by Cardona. Great down the line by Alvaro.
Now that's one thing that I've heard and seen a little bit so far from watching Alvaro. It's just his like natural comfort kind of out there on the court.
Yes, he's very good with emotions. It's one of the toughest things to do in sports. Control your emotions, and he's very good at it. He's cool, calm, and collected.
I love it.
So this is the first time you see him play?
This is, yes.
Wow.
Besides, some internet videos or something.
Oh, okay. That's cool. So what do you think?
Yeah, first time watching Alvaro play live. Oh, it's been great.
Yes.
And he has such a good attitude on and off the court. He's such a nice guy, and he seems so, you can see that on the court. You can see it off the court. He's very friendly. He plays nice with all the guys.
Not with me.
Not with you? Not with his brother,
just
huh?
Kidding. No. He's a pretty cool dude.
You two are doubles partners as well, right?
Exactly.
And world champs.
Exactly. We're going to Pan Am Games on 3 more weeks. Pretty much all the guys here in the tournament, they use it as a practice.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good that you guys are putting this together so we can all practice before our biggest tournament, our Olympics for racquetball.
Yeah,
since we don't have, right?
Yeah.
So people is very happy here. And plus the location inside of the mall.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
It is great. I love it.
So they're hearing us outside, and they're watching us. Rafa put a TV
That's
outside.
right. Yeah, so the crowd in the malls kind of starting to come in and say, what's happening in here? And
exactly.
Get to see some great racquetball.
That's right. So where do we have the score?
I think we lost the scoreboard there for a second.
I don't know. Well, we had a great rally here. Alejandro has a setup, missed it, and missed it.
Punto.
It's hard to play in this court because he's a fishbowl.
Yeah,
right?
It is like a
3
fishbowl.
sirve 6.
Right?
Three glass walls.
Yeah, but I was off again. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm on, Anthony. All right, cool.
Cambio.
So
yeah, it's tough to play here with the
6
3
sirve
glass
3.
walls.
Exactly.
Lots of colors, lots of easy ways to lose it. Kind of gets confusing.
No. Okay. So I'm sorry. So we have a fishbowl right here. It's hard for the players to play again inside of these courts, but you have to have very high concentration of playing here. So you got to be very focused on the ball because
there's a lot of distraction from the
exactly.
outside.
People working out outside, people walking. It's not like tennis that is the fun of racquetball that that.
Right.
People is not like
nobody moves, nobody breathes for every point. No, it's a little different here.
No, you can yell, you can drink beer outside. It's the fun of it, right?
Yeah, and playing with the official ball, the WRT, that gearbox black ball, is kind of hard to find in the glass as well.
That's right. It's pretty fun because you see the level of the athleticism that these guys have.
Cambio.
Focus, even though that people is moving outside.
3 sirve 7.
So it's another thing good for racquetball players,
Yeah, another thing that makes you guys professionals.
Exactly.
Both of these players, Beltran and Cardona, playing with the new Beltran collection, which is debuting here this weekend.
It's very, I'm honored that you guys come up with that racket for Alvi,
Yeah.
It's P2000, right? The P means
4 sirve 7.
Patty, her mom.
That's right.
And the 2000 is the year that Alvaro won his first world championship, and he started to be a professional racquetball player.
Right, there's a special marking there on the racket that you're talking about to commemorate his mom and his first world championship. So not only his signature, but something special for his mom.
Exactly.
Which is so
So it's
sweet.
very
Cinco,
Hits a
sirve
different
siete.
emotional note there,
exactly.
you know?
That's awesome. So people out there, buy it.
Yeah.
Right?
Go check out the racket. Support
Yes.
Beltran. You can go to gearboxrb.com.
That's right.
Punto.
Okay, that's a point.
See if we can hear the score.
Yes.
6 sirve 7.
6-7. We have a pretty tight game. It was 6-1 again. And Alvi came back. That's a very tough serve right there. Wallpaper.
Yeah.
So say hi to Bam
Cambio.
Bam here that is playing the other semifinal. El Bam Bam.
Alejandro Almada.
Alejandro Almada. Great up and coming players. There's a lot
Absolutely.
of
There's a lot of talent.
it's awesome to have this tour because it's the up and coming and everybody's at the same level. There's a little difference. There's number 1 player, 2 and 3, but
There's
it's
some
pretty
upsets
even.
and some, yeah. And
Yes,
it's exciting to think, you know, what could happen.
Exactly.
And different pressure on these top players, too.
Exactly. Great serve by Alejandro. Great get by Alvi and
Cambio.
Cardona misses. That's one of the assets that Alvaro has.
6 sirve
He
7.
makes you shoot. He puts pressure on you, and it makes you think inside when you're playing against him that you have to do the perfect shot. If not, he'll get it or he anticipated, you know, because he reads your stroke pretty easy, right? Great shot by Alejandro right there, side to side.
Cambio.
Side wall,
7
front
sirve
wall,
6.
kill. I don't know how to explain it.
You're doing a great job.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, and Cardona, you know, definitely tries to control the momentum here a little bit, too. He's always known for taking his time there in the service box. Playing in front of his home crowd here in Juarez, Mexico.
Exactly. People is very excited about him because he's been a long-time junior champion and up-and-coming kid.
Yeah,
Cambio.
7-time junior world champion.
6
They're
sirve
looking for
7.
the big win for him. You know, like this upset will be major for him. It'll be the next step of his career. So,
Some good bragging rights to take out Beltran, huh?
yeah. Little pressure there, huh? For both of the players.
Yeah.
Let's see who handles the
Skip.
more.
Oof,
Alvi
nice
gets a little
rally.
pissed, and we were saying that he will never do that.
Hear us?
See?
7 sirve 6.
How do you say when you talk about good things about people, they
Like you jinx them?
Exactly.
Or yeah. Yeah, it's kind of the commentator jinx over here.
Oh yeah,
We talk about him and then, oops.
that's right. So we have the next quarterfinal will be
It'll be number 4 David Bobby Horn versus number 5 Alex
Vuelta.
Landa. That'll be an interesting matchup
it'll be an
too.
interesting match. Let's see
7
how,
sirve 6.
David comes up, right?
Yeah.
And
I know
Landa,
he's hungry
he's
for
been-
a win here this weekend. He's ready.
Right. Cool.
And Landa actually defending his title. He's
Here,
won at least 3 titles here at the Juarez Open. And last year winning the 2014 Grand Slam.
That's right. Great set by Alejandro.
Skip.
Alvi gets it, and it skips it. It's hard to see from here if you skip it, right? But it skipped pretty
8
bad
sirve 6.
because of the sound of it. Great facility, right?
Oh yeah, it is a great facility here at the Total Fitness. 2 glass courts, one facing the mall, one here facing the crowd. It's been a great experience so far this weekend.
I can wait for the mall to get crowded like around 3 or 4
Yeah,
when people gets here.
start getting a crowd out over there.
Yes, that's what racquetball needs, right? And the people
Absolutely.
like for you guys out there
Cambio.
watching us. The
6,
courts are
8.
inside of the mall, and the mall is people going by Sears and stuff, and it's right by it, and people can stop and watch a racquetball game. So
Yeah, good amount of
Rafa,
traffic.
Cambio.
Helps us grow the sport of racquetball. Helps
Yes.
expose it to other people, what we're doing
Exactly.
here this weekend.
mhm.
And for those of you at home, you can help share it as well. You follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram at World R-Ball Tour. Subscribe to our YouTube page where you can watch all of our past events. That's
Yes,
also
I saw
World
that.
R-Ball Tour.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, share it with your friends. Tell them what you're
Exactly.
doing. Let them know you're watching racquetball.
You can have racquetball anytime you want.
yeah. If you're interested in a tournament, hit
Exactly.
us up too.
And for the players also, it's good, you know, because they can study the other players. They can rewind it. They can stop and pause. You know, it's good learning.
There's all levels at all of our
Punto.
tournaments,
Exactly.
so it's a great experience. Run some clinics, work
Racquetball
with the
101.
9
juniors.
sirve 6.
Yeah, I
Right?
think it's a great experience. Having a good time with the WRT.
Exactly.
The score is 9-6.
9-6. It's a pretty tight game. Alvy's been missing uncharacteristically skips. See,
Skip.
another one. Then 6. He's good on adjusting, on getting a timeout.
10
and,
sirve 6.
Yeah, how much do you think his experience
Yes,
plays into this?
6.
Because, I mean, I'm sure he's played in many fish bowls in
exactly.
his career so far, but
Tiempo fuera.
Yeah, he's been playing all kinds of, like I said, it was going to call a timeout.
yeah, he's going to call a timeout.
It's going
I'm
to
going
regroup.
to put you on hold for a second.
Okay.
Let's get your thoughts on the fishbowl in just a moment. We'll be right
Okay.
back as Cardona's in the lead in game 1. And we're back in game 1 of our quarterfinal match here today at the Juarez Open between Alvaro Beltran, who's out there on the court, and Alex Cardona, who's in the lead right now, 10 serving 6. And a very interesting matchup here so far today. Both players sponsored by Gearbox. And I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT. Joining me here is Javier Moreno. We were just
back.
talking about some of the experience that Alvaro must have. Coming from behind, playing in the fishbowl, what are some things that he needs to do here?
Oh, it's not an excuse for Alvaro. He's been playing all kinds of fish bowls all over the world. So he's just adjusting. He was just not the finesse touch that he has, and he just it's not the
You're not worried about it.
exactly.
And I
We'll
don't
see
think
how
he
he's
is
gonna.
either. You were talking about his playing style being very, he's not too emotional. He's pretty calm out there,
Yeah,
so he has that confidence, right?
We'll see how he's gonna adjust in here. You see him practicing a little bit, and now it's 11-6, right?
10-6.
10-6, and we'll see if Alejandro has the guts to close it up.
Yeah.
It's more dangerous, Alvaro, when you up. See, he feels comfortable, and you know,
Right, you can kinda take
get it tight
advantage.
to close the game, and you're not because start missing, and he's experienced, and he reads you, and you say, I got you. So we'll
Yeah,
see
this
how
will
it
be a
goes.
good test for
For
Cardona to
Alejandro,
see
that's
his
right.
strong mental game.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good beverage, strawberry, natural.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I love getting the different flavors here in Mexico.
Exactly,
like
huh?
all the juices seem much more natural here.
Yes. How about the margaritas?
10 sirve 6.
Oh, they were great. Yeah,
All right.
that helped us round out last night.
Yes. All right.
Here we are in
10-6.
game 1 of our quarterfinal with Alex Cardona and Alvaro Beltran. It's like that timeout worked for Beltran. Puts him back in the
Exactly.
service box.
Kill shot like he was practicing it. He worked and makes a side out. Now he's going to change. He's going to drive serve now. Little Caesar to Alejandro's backhand.
Una más.
Second serve.
That is something a little different maybe for Beltran here. We have the 2-serve rule, and we play best out of 3. First 2 to 15, and the tiebreaker to 11.
That's right. Perfect. Good serve. Good job by
Cambio.
Alejandro.
Yeah, nice return from Cardona in the
That
back
was
of the
a
court.
very nice return by Alejandro.
Definitely
He
one
was
of the strongest, most powerful players on the WRT.
Yes. Pretty fit kid.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, I
one of
know
his assets,
earlier
right?
this year he was training a little bit in the Bay Area with the WRT and getting some new kind of tips on his fitness and
Yes,
working on that cardio. It seems
Oh,
to be
nice.
working.
Great Caesar by Alejandro. Great return by Alvaro, and great shot. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great game to watch. You better be watching it,
Yeah.
right?
Let us know who you guys think is going to win at home. Hit us up on Facebook at World R-Ball Tour. Who's going to take this match here today and move on to the semifinals tonight against Jake Bredenbeck? Alex Cardona or Alvaro Beltran?
Either match, either winner of this against Jake should be another great
Oh,
battle.
yeah.
So,
Should be some really
Seis
interesting
sirve 10.
semifinals.
so you
We
guys
have
out there in the world, all over the world, should be grabbing some beverages and watch some racquetball,
yeah,
right?
settling in
Live.
for some racquetball all day today.
Exactly. Ooh, that's
Punto.
shots that you don't have to miss when you're winning. That's the pressure that
7-10.
Alvaro puts you when you're up, right?
Yeah.
So now it's 7-10. Classic Alves serve. A little angle in there. Splat by Alejandro perfectly.
Side out for Cardona.
Cambio.
That's right. 10-7.
10
10
serving
sirve 7.
Coming up later today, right after this, we have David Bobby Horn versus Alex Landa. And then after that, we have Polo Gutierrez versus Sebastian Franco.
Right.
And then, of course, tonight we have the semifinals at 5 and 6 p.m.
Great shot by Alvaro.
Cambio.
Yeah, looked really comfortable with that shot.
7 sirve 10.
7-10. What? Caesar by Alvi. Gets a setup
Buena
and
bola.
makes a classic Alvi splat. Not with the power,
sirve
but
10.
just finesse, right?
Yeah. I think that's what he's known for, right? His finesse game.
Right. Another great Caesar but on the back end on Alejandro back end that he's a great back end, has a great back end. Oh, good shot by
Punto.
Alvaro. Great gets by Alejandro. He's in on very good shape now. As one of the things he was missing at the his game was he was very strong, but he was getting tired. He didn't have any cardio. I mean, he physically looked all right, but he was getting tired, and he's been working like you said, and now he has all the
Yeah.
weapons.
9-10.
Take up that cardio and combine it with that power.
9-10. Ceiling ball, good Caesar by Alvaro, another ceiling ball. Set up by Cardona, and he kills it
Cambio.
on his back end.
10-9. 10-9.
Score is 8 serving 10. No, sorry, 10 serving 8.
10-9.
10-9. Working on getting that scoreboard back up.
Corta.
Serve.
Una más.
You can see Bredenbeck there across the way scoping out the competition as he's going to play the winner of this match in the semifinals tonight at 5.
Great shot by Alvaro. Great backhand from 38 feet.
Cambio.
Like you can see the ball was in
9-10.
the slow motion, just went on the right angle, right?
Punto.
Good shot by Alvaro.
Yeah.
Good serve.
10 sirve 10.
Tied
10-10.
up now,
We have a
10-10.
game. Not a good serve.
Cambio.
Short by Alvaro. Great setup for Alejandro. Biggest weapon. His backhand.
Took
Kills it
advantage of
down the
that.
line right away.
10 sirve 10.
Yeah, I think that's something interesting about racquetball. You know, at first it looks like it's all about the power, but I think it really comes down to shot selection, finesse. I mean, power is great, right? And you got to know how to use it, but it goes beyond that.
Angles.
Yeah.
Angles. That's what Alvaro manages the best. The
Cambio.
angles, like loving where it's going to
10
bounce,
sirve 10.
passing, crossing, down the lines. Mm-hmm. Great shot, great get. Ooh, big setup.
Punto.
Like I said, those are the shots that Alvaro makes you do it. You got to do it perfect, or otherwise you're screwed.
We got a wet spot there on the court. These guys are working hard out there so far in game 1. It's pretty tight game 1.
Gracias,
Right.
Gonna get the court.
Intendencia.
big
We have a
fair.
top of the line how do you call white water boy, or how do you
Yeah.
call it? Francisco from Chile. What do you
There's
say?
a lot of different roles here to play on the
Yes,
WRT.
everybody has to
Carcosa
do.
went from announcing to helping wipe up the court.
Exactly.
And we put you out there, getting the crowd warmed up, and
Yes.
hop over here and help us out. Appreciate
thank-
that.
No, thank you guys for invite me. I love to be here with you guys and help you guys a little
Of course,
bit.
you got one of the biggest personalities here
Oh,
on
thank
tour,
you.
for sure.
Thank you. I was showing us some skin.
Yeah, a little racy here in game one.
So it is
11 sirve 10.
11-10.
Alvaro now in the lead for the first time in game one.
Mm-hmm. One of his
Cambio.
biggest weapons of Alejandro is his backhand, and he's using it perfectly. On
10
the dotted
sirve
line
11.
to the front, he's deadly on backhand.
Cardona's chance now to tie it up, down by 1.
10-11.
Cambio.
Side out for Alvaro.
Good shot. Good down the line by Alvi. 11-10. This is a back and forth game. It's
Yeah.
pretty
11
game we have.
sirve 10. Skip.
Unfortunate error there for Alvaro. He didn't have to move too much out of that spot and kind of just beat himself there, I think, on
Exactly.
that point.
We have two of the greatest player out of Mexico. Legend, you know, the most iconic racquetball player from Mexico, and one in the making, Alejandro,
Yes.
right? So
10
a great
sirve
matchup.
11.
I was excited to see it and announce it with you guys because we're going to see a lot of great rallies, great points, great serves. Great shot by Alvaro there on his knees.
Cambio.
Yeah, diving shot made it worth it, right?
Alejandro had a setup on his back, and that's the pressure that felt Alvi coming out of the back running to get the splat. So he wasn't comfortable in doing it. Makes you uncomfortable, make your favorite
11
shot.
10. Tiempo
Yeah.
fuera.
Timeout by Alvaro.
Puts new
He's
pressure
going to
on
regroup
it.
a little bit. He's going to come up with another serve or another arsenal. Let's see how it goes.
All right, we'll be right back in just a moment.
Alvi had a setup,
Cambio.
didn't take advantage of it, and Alejandro just puts it away on his forehand.
10 sirve
This is a
11.
good mental test here for Cardona against
Yes.
Beltran. See if he can hold on.
Uh-oh. Broken strings.
Yep,
Let's
looks
see.
like broken string. Coming up after this, we have number 4, David Bobby Horn versus number 5, Alex Landa. That should be another interesting matchup as those two are pretty tight in the points game here on the WRT. And after that at 1 p.m., we have number 1, Polo Gutierrez versus number 8, Sebastian Franco from Cali, Colombia. Lots more racquetball here all weekend, so we suggest you grab a beverage, settle in, take a picture, post it on our Facebook page, share it with your friends, and let them know that you're watching racquetball. Help us grow the sport. You can follow us at Facebook and Twitter and Instagram at World R-Ball Tour. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel where we post all of our past events and special videos at youtube.com/World Racquetball. Stay up with the latest and
10
greatest.
sirve 11.
Wow, you hear it. We have the whole social media, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everything. Cover.
We got to get it out there. Help us share it and help us spread the word.
That's right. Great
Nice
return serve by Alvaro. Back and killed it. Pass shot. Alvaro's
Cambio.
gonna change
11 sirve 10.
game plan. Go back for the love serve. Wallpaper. Great serve.
Skip.
Skip ball.
Skips it. See, the ball is very fast on the fronting here in this court, but when it goes in the back, it dies
Yeah.
right on at the end of the back wall.
Because of that back glass, or just I don't know, some of the elements
Yes.
here in Juarez, or
Something's
faster off the
wrong.
front
Yeah,
wall. We'll have to get our chemistry major on.
exactly. The gravity here is different, right?
Yeah.
It's faster.
Cambio.
Instead of being
11
9.8,
sirve
it's
10.
more.
Yeah.
See, I studied a little bit.
It's a research.
I'll try to change, do a little change in there, and lob serve to the back end, but that's Alejandro's most
10
lethal
sirve
weapon.
11.
It's his back end, so. Score is 10-11 still.
Yeah, they've been stuck here at 10-11,
Yes.
11-10 for a little bit already. Nice evenly
4 or
matched
5
here.
side outs we have
Yeah.
already after the timeout. Oh, nice shot. We see a little change of rackets of Alejandro. He had the new racket, now he changed it for the older one.
11 10.
Kids today, they don't know. They need to be prepared and ready, have the same racket,
Yeah.
right?
How many rackets do pros carry on you at a time to an event like this?
They do have
Una
4
más.
rackets. It's pretty enough.
Mm-hmm.
But some guys have 6, some guys got 3. Alvaro has 2.
2.
Yeah, he
Travels
doesn't
light,
break
huh?
through. Yes.
How about
Travis
gloves?
light, exactly.
I know gloves are like, 37 pairs with you.
I do because I sweat a lot. A lot of gloves, a lot of shirts. But Alvi only uses 1 glove, but I know. All tournament doesn't sweat much.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty
great.
minimal.
Oof.
Cambio.
Great dive, but that's an avoidable hinder. The rule says that when you dive and you stay down and you're going to hit the ball, it's automatically side out for you guys out there that don't know the rule because it's pretty shaky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Avoidable or not.
Yeah, that's always got to be an uncomfortable call
Right,
for the ref.
Exactly. Oh, we have a
Oh,
very
a
good
very special.
towel boy. They say he's going to be great playing racquetball, but right now he's taking care of the courts. And
Yeah,
you know.
another up-and-coming player to look
exactly.
there.
He's
Rafael
12.
Filipini, 12 years old.
Yes.
His first
Perfect.
debut as a court
Alpha's
wiper.
going to give him a glove because he did a great job.
that
Oh,
is
yeah.
so sweet.
Great job, Rafael.
Oh, he's taking back his glove. Maybe he'll get a chance to play with Alvaro one day.
That's right.
10-11.
All right, these guys checking out the court. Hopefully it meets their dry standards.
10-12.
Score is 10-12. A little bit of movement there.
Le mando un
from
saludo muy especial a
Beltran.
Rubén.
All right, here we go. Cardona ready to
10-11.
serve.
10-11.
Game 1. Oh, it's still 10-11. I think I said
It's been a
12.
long, long first match, right?
Yeah.
Lots of strategy, lots of game plan, little time taken for both players. Great serve by Alejandro. Great get.
Hit.
Great down the line by
rally.
Alvaro.
Good rally for a side out.
Exactly.
Another
Sirve
side
10.
out.
We have some great side outs, but no points.
Yeah, no points. Another example. Great side out.
Alvi had to try to change another serve. Now he tries C serve to his, Alejandro's forehand, but he got a little back of the wall,
10
and
sirve 11.
Alejandro is just very sharp right now.
Yep, I think Cardona is ready to score a point. I'm going to say he's going to score here.
Let's bet something.
Yeah. The
One
next
margarita.
strawberry juice. Yeah. Okay.
Cambio. Cambio.
He's calling the
Cambio.
side out.
Punto.
Problems
Looks
with the
like-
audio, but he's called a side out.
What's happening?
So we have here an avoidable hinder call by Andre. He served it. Alvi stopped the ball because it was Alejandro in the middle, and he got the down the line. He couldn't. You have to give him space to hit the down the line or cross court, and by Andre, he thought he didn't, so it's called a side out.
Tough call.
So you have a margarita.
Yeah, I guess so.
11 sirve 10.
11-10. Setup.
Cambio.
All right. Alejandro capitalizing on that setup, wins him another side out.
10-11.
Still
10
10-11.
11.
Still game one. of our
Still game
second
one,
quarterfinal
yes.
match. These two so far great playing against each other in game one.
They're getting to know each other like in boxing, you know. They're boxing,
Yeah.
you know.
Got to take your time, feel out your
Exactly.
opponent. Nice cut.
That's smart by Alvi,
Yeah.
cutting out and see,
Cambio.
he didn't hit the ball hard. You see that?
Right.
Most of us, the
Right,
rest
you
of
wanna
us, we
kill
just,
it, right?
blam. But see that just an angle.
And it's smart.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked comfortable hitting it too.
No emotions showing. That's a great asset to have.
Yeah.
11 sirve 10.
Let's see if Beltran can get the score moving here.
Good serve.
Skip.
Skip by Cardona. See, that's hard to see because he was coming out of the sidewall.
Yeah.
You lose a little bit, and you can tell that he messed it because he
12 sirve
didn't see
10.
it. 12-10 finally, a point.
Got points moving.
Great shot by Alejandro right there on his backhand. That's his most lethal weapon.
up
Is right
there
there.
against
Splash
the-
shot by backhand on Alejandro, right? His partner in crime, Jake,
10
here,
sirve 12.
studying the game right now because he's waiting for the winner of this. Should be a great match. I'll bet my money on. I'll wait. I'll tell you later.
Ooh.
No, Jake is also a very great guy, and that's the next semifinal. He played great against Andre. He was down 10-2 in the first game, came back and beat him 15-10. Sorry.
Yeah, 15,
Now he's
10.
waiting for the semifinalists. Great shot by Alvi.
Cambio.
Watching to see who's going to take this quarterfinal and move on to the semis tonight at 5 p.m.
I can
12
see Jake is very
sirve
anxious.
10.
Jake is also going to Pan Am Games in
That's
Toronto
right.
in 3 more weeks, right?
Yes.
So
playing for the U.S.
you
in
see
singles.
exactly, and you see the level of the tournament that we're playing right now. Top of the
13
you know,
sirve
say
10.
top of the
Tiempo.
line,
The line,
guys.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everybody getting ready for the Pan Ams as this is their last opportunity to kind of work out the kinks.
Exactly.
I think these guys are going to go ahead and take a quick break here in game one where it's been locked up, and Alvaro now coming back. We'll be right back. And we're back in game two of our quarterfinal match between Alex Cardona and Alvaro Beltran. These two pretty evenly matched here in game one. They've been locked at 10-11, but Alvaro, after countless side outs, with moving the score along. So now it's Alvaro with 12, Alex Cardona with 10.
That's right.
I'm
So-
Laura McCormick. Javier Moreno, who is also Alvaro's doubles
Hello,
partner,
guys. That's right.
is here commentating with me, and you two will also be heading into the Pan Am Games to
Oh,
play
yes.
doubles at the end of July.
Me and Alvaro play doubles, and Alvaro's going to be playing singles and doubles. So it was our last tournament to practice, and like everybody else. And we're very happy to play our 4 Param games.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's every
incredible.
4 years. So you did math, 20 years of playing together. It's unbelievable. 20 years the year that Alejandro Almada has, and
Juego
it's
Right.
unbelievable,
13,
right?
As old
sirve
as
10.
some of our
Yes.
youngest players, you two have been
Exactly.
playing together.
So 12-10 right now.
Cambio. Cambio.
Like Alvaro saw skip in
Alvaro's
the far
telling me
corner.
to watch the replay there on TV, Andre. He
We need a slow-mo cam. Talking
So
it out
Alvi was
there.
arguing that he killed the ball, but on the second, he already bounced twice when he hit him, but he didn't, so he called a side out. It was a great call by Andre.
Well, at least
10,
it's still all
sirve
smiles
13.
out there from Alvaro,
Yes.
too.
He's just messing around with the ref. And
Yeah, our referee Andre Pedia, who played earlier today against Jake Bredenbeck in our first quarterfinal match. Bredenbeck won 15-10, 15-9. We'll be moving on to the semifinals tonight at 5 p.m. against the winner of this match. Coming up at 12, we have Horn versus Landa, and at 1 p.m.,
10, sirve
Gutierrez
13.
versus Franco.
I would like to say hi to Jaime Martel that he couldn't make it.
Yes.
He
For a very
graduated.
good reason.
Yes, he graduated. Marcelito, felicidades, carnal. So he's texting me right now. Alejandro didn't make the kill shot on his forehand, and Alvaro takes
Cambio.
advantage of it and re-kills it on the backhand side.
13, sirve 10.
13 serving 10.
13-10.
Skip.
Another unforced error
Just,
by
yeah.
Alejandro on his forehand side. And now it's 14-10.
14,
See,
sirve
I told you
10.
when it was up 10-6, when it was lethal, Alvaro he's far behind, right? You see another 3 unforced errors by Alejandro. So we have first game by Alvaro. 15-10. We'll be right
game.
back, right?
Yeah,
Laura?
we will be right back. We are going to ask everyone at home to go ahead and refresh your feed. We're going to restart here, see if we can get it a little bit better for you. So go ahead and refresh your feed. We'll be right back with game 2. These guys are ready to go here in game 2. Beltran serving. See what happens.
Cambio.
Nice side out there for Cardona, opening up game 2. Cardona started out game 1 in the lead all the way up until that 11-10 kind of break there where Beltran was in the lead for the first time and then took it away in game 2. It's all 0-0 now in game 2.
Skip. Skip.
When a skip
0,
ball.
sirve 0. Punto.
Nice shot there. It's going to be the first point for
Uno sirve
Cardona.
0.
3, 4, 5, 6. Güey, tráeme una malteada de ahí de Wendy's. Por favor, güey. Te invito otra. Traes algo aquí, güey.
Cambio.
And a side out there for Beltran with
Cero
his
sirve
chance to
uno.
answer back, tied up at 1-1. See that cool collected style from Beltran was able to give him the win in game 1.
Punto.
Nice controlled shots, going to tie it up at 1-1.
Uno sirve
For
1.
you fans watching, make sure you hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at World R-Ball Tour and let us know who you think is going to win this match and move on to the semifinals later this evening.
Cambio. Uno sirve 1.
It's all tied up here in game 2 at 1-1. Both these players sponsored by Gearbox. Ooh.
Punto.
Nice serve from
Dos sirve
Cardona.
1.
We have Javier Moreno here on the mic with me for game 2 of our second quarterfinal match here today. Offering insights and some insider knowledge on Beltran, who is playing his first WRT event here this weekend.
That's right. Everybody's excited that Alvy's playing
Skip.
for the first time. And we'll see
3 sirve
what it's
1.
made of to see if he can take this tournament against all these young guns,
Yeah.
right?
You know, Cardona playing here in front of his home crowd in Juarez, and
Exactly.
Beltran with his reputation in Mexico. It's got to be exciting to play here.
Right. Alejandro, multi-junior world
Yeah.
champ. Let's
Lot
see
of
what he can
titles
do
here.
against the big boys, right? Great serve.
Oof. Nice shot by
Good shot by
Alvaro.
Alvi. Good try by Alejandro.
1
Yeah.
sirve
I see
3.
Alejandro.
style there sliding
Yes.
in there.
Like I do when food's ready in my home. Right?
Rolling in the kitchen like that.
Exactly.
Skip.
Error there from the back of the court from Cardona.
2 sirve 3.
2-3. Second game. Alvi took the first 15-10.
Punto.
There's a point.
That's an
Gonna
avoidable
tie
hit
it
there
up.
because Alejandro was on
3
his way
sirve 3.
running on his way to Alvi's swing. That's an automatically point by Alvi. 3-3.
Corta, 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 corta,
Short
corta,
serve,
corta.
short serve, and he's calling it.
Think they'll get a replay? Oh, short
No.
serve, so second serve, I mean. Alvaro, is he
I
frustrated
thought it
with
was a
that?
back goal. It was a good serve, but it's hard, you know. It's a hard game to ref. You know, every professional game to ref has the human error, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, will be pretty boring, right?
Yeah, if it was too perfect.
Yes.
Punto.
Shot by Alvaro. Back and down the line on the right
4
side.
sirve 3.
It's tough because it's your forehand side and you do it on your backhand. It's pretty, has a high level of professionalism
Oh, definitely.
athlete, right?
Nice skip.
Yeah, good rally. Good shot by, good
Yeah.
touch by Alejandro.
Cambio.
Smart play there from
Yes.
Cardona. You know, we see a lot of power from him. You expect him to just wail it against that front
Exactly.
wham, but with that
Just
return from
going
Alvaro,
wham,
and then
hit
changed
that,
it up.
right?
Yeah.
That takes guts because he's down one game and, you know, you're trying to make some points.
Actually, that's one of my favorite highlights. We had that in the Sonora Open promo that everyone can watch at home on YouTube.com. It was between you and Cardona at the
Oh, yeah, I've
Sonora
seen that.
Open in 2014. big rally, big rally. You're up at the front of the wall. You went to give it soft
4,
hands.
sirve
Didn't
3.
happen. Cardona
Yes.
ended up siding out, but your reaction was,
Was
so classic.
Yeah, it was.
It was an incredible rally.
Yes, it
Incredible
was
rally.
awesome. But I see that's why I say
It's
it takes a
tricky
lot.
up there. Yeah, it does. You go for
But
it.
you have to have your nerves as a how do you say? Very controlled, you know.
Yeah.
Should I have done? Should I don't?
Tres, sirve
Right?
4.
I wish I could have done. Right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Es para mí.
Punto.
Gracias. Gracias. Deme 20 nomás. Gracias. Y gracias. And we back?
We're back.
Exactly.
Some of us never left.
Exactly. Great serve by Alejandro. Good setup, making. Shot good down the line by Alvaro.
Yeah, he's got Cardona hitting the floor
Cambio.
here so far in game 2.
4, sirve 4.
Tied up again at
4-4.
4-4.
Pretty tight game.
Yeah, game 2 tighter here than game 1.
Mhm.
Alvaro taking game 1 15-10 after they're stuck at that 11-10 marker.
Exactly.
Some great racquetball here this morning.
How do you like the
Punto.
weather here in Juarez?
Oh, I mean, it's pretty hot.
It's not,
There's no
it's
denying
not
that,
cold,
but at
right?
least it's not cold. At least it's not humid.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's been great. I know I need to load on the sunscreen when I come to Juarez.
Skip.
Tough skip there from the back. Little frustration from Alvaro.
Malvi.
4, sirve
rally.
a 5.
4-5.
Yeah, that puts Cardona
This
in
is-
the lead now.
Exactly. This is tighter than the first game, right?
Yeah.
And this is not cold. The weather.
Yeah, it's not very cold.
Exactly. Great serve. Great hands by Alejandro right there on the right corner,
5,
and
sirve 5.
makes a very good killing shot. Tap, or how do you call it? Tapping?
Yeah.
Tap the ball.
Nice little tap. Tied again here at 5-5. Cardona definitely has the crowd on his side here, cheering him on.
Hometown boy. Oh, what a shot Alvaro did.
Oh, oh, with a little finesse. He wants some love too,
Exactly. Little reverse spin.
5, sirve 5.
I guess that's one of the benefits of playing in a fishbowl like this, right? You
Exactly.
can really work the crowd.
Exactly. 5-5. Great hands by
Punto.
Alvaro. Was a rocket by Alejandro. He just re-killed it.
Rockin'.
Great shot by Alejandro. Alex's forehand, I'm surprised how he's becoming.
5, sirve
Yeah, because you were
6.
talking about how powerful his backhand is.
Yes.
But, about
Usually
his
his
forehand.
weakness was his forehand, and now he's making a lot of forehands, great shots. His game is improving pretty good.
it's wonderful to see how different players grow and change, throughout
Right.
even the course of one season.
So,
A couple months, everything could change.
right, you can see the change,
Yeah.
the practice, the training that the players, because you follow them in every single tournament and you
Yeah,
see
you
it.
start to really get to
Yeah.
know them or their style and see, how it changes who they train with, where they train, what new elements
How
they
they
bring to their
their
game.
weaknesses make them their fortresses.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah, I think we've seen, Cardona is starting to work on, like you said, his cardio and shot selection more. The power is obviously,
You guys are making them grow.
yeah,
It's
we
awesome.
love that. We're here to grow the sport of racquetball.
That's right. So now we have another great double boy.
Yeah,
I'll give him a prize. I'll
Look
give
at
him a beer.
you can hold a racket and a mop. Pretty diligently cleaning that court too, I'd say. Those of you watching at home, if you want to help us grow the sport, make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and hit us up on Instagram at World R Ball Tour. And share it with your friends. Let them know that you're watching racquetball and you want to grow the sport. If you're interested in finding out more about our
6
tournaments,
sirve
hit us up
5.
or visit our website at worldracquetballtour.com.
Ellos están dando un buen tiro, güey.
See if we can get a tournament in your area. Tournament near you.
Shot by Alejandro. See, he's
Cambio.
another forehand kill. Before he used to miss those like highly percentage, talking about percentage. And he was, but see, at the end of the first game, he missed the last three with his forehand, and now he's on. He's hot. He's on.
Ella lo único que le importa es
Is hot.
y uñas bonitas, Bobby.
It's hard to keep it.
Yeah, keep the courts dry. I mean,
Yeah, with this.
it's warm. Obviously, it's hot in Juarez. It's a little warm inside as we get more people in here. And then these guys, got it trapped in that in the courts there.
Right.
Definitely heating it up out there. And these guys are tough competitors, pretty evenly matched so far
Exactly.
in game 2.
So far, huh?
O sea, es que tiene.
One powerful and the other one on control.
5 sirve
Yeah.
It's
6.
always a great matchup. Powerful guy against a control.
Yeah, almost like
Yin yang.
opposites. Or, yeah, yin and yang. There you go.
Great shot. So we've seen a couple great rallies, right?
Yeah. A couple diving slides like that from
Seis
Cardona as he's
sirve
hitting the
cinco.
floor more here in game 2. With Alvaro's switching up his shot selection there.
So we'd like to say thank you this time. Take care for you guys to promoting and growing racquetball. Like I said, you guys are growing with the players, and players are growing with you, and it's a win-win situation.
6 sirve 5.
And you growing the sport, and this is great, right?
Yeah.
All the crew, all the TV crew, you, Laura,
Thank
Pablo,
you. Yes.
Antonio, and Rafael. You guys have done a great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Punto.
Great
Great
team,
shot.
great players, great
Yes.
sport. It's been really fun with as we grow the sport of racquetball here. And Juarez is one of, the biggest racquetball communities, I
Yes.
think, Gonna get more events here. A lot of our players from Mexico, so it's been great.
Awesome.
Vuelta
And another point for
7
Beltran.
5.
7-5. Play it over. Great shot by Alvaro.
Punto.
Great
Yeah,
splat
kind of
shot.
jammed up there against the wall, too.
Yes.
8 sirve 5.
8-5. It's not far. It's too close. Half of the game.
Punto.
Alvi did a great serve there. Change of speed.
Tiempo fuera.
Yeah,
Change
couple
of
points in
angle
a row. I
and-
think this is a smart timeout here
Exactly,
for Cardona.
9-5.
Beltran up by 4 in game 2.
Good shot by Alvaro.
Skip.
There's a skip.
Can he call it a skip?
Sí,
but then he saved. Right?
Yeah.
You guys hear that? Skip. Right?
Point. No.
And he, so it's 10-5.
10 sirve 5. Punto.
Great shot by Alvaro. Back in
11
Roll it
sirve
out.
5.
11-5. So now he scored 2 points on that timeout that Alejandro called and didn't
Yeah.
work.
Kind of taking it away here in game 2. Oh, there's a side out there for
It's a great
Cardona.
shot by Alejandro. He rolled it out from 38 feet.
5 sirve 11.
5-11.
See if Cardona can regain some mental focus here against Beltran.
Going to break the heat on.
Cardona looking for the skip.
Cambio.
Looks skip, but he hit it with the
11 sirve 5.
hard and with the spin, so the ball will travel towards the back wall. A little jump, a little bit in the front court, so it looked like skip, but it's
Oh.
not. It has a little spin, you know.
Man, it's part of the complications of
Yes.
calling the game, right?
Exactly. It's 12-5, right?
11-5?
11-5.
Oh, yeah, broken
ball.
ball.
Broken ball. Up next, Alejandro Landa versus David
Yep,
Horn.
David Horn. And then after that, Gutierrez versus Franco.
11 sirve
Great
5.
matches already here today. And then coming up later tonight, we have the semifinals at 5 p.m. and 6 p.m.
Will be set
And of course, our finals will be broadcasting on Sunday starting at 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Mountain Time.
Una más.
Second serve for Beltran.
Send you guys our messages on our website, your social media. We're in touch. People that are watching us back home.
Yeah. You
It's
can watch from
anything.
wherever they are. You can watch on your phone, on your iPad, on
5
your
sirve
laptop, stream
11.
it to your TV.
Exactly.
You can find the links at worldracquetballtour.com. We posted them on our Facebook and Twitter at WorldRBall. And of course on gearboxrb.com/live.
There's no excuse for you
Yeah,
to not watch
anywhere.
racquetball.
Stream it.
Why is not racquetball on TV? Well, it is now.
It is. It's bigger than TV.
Alvaro's on fire now. His back, his
Cambio.
forehand is just on the right spot right now. Perfect speed.
11 sirve 5.
Yeah, perfect angle.
Exactly.
Can't get that ball. It's not coming back up.
Exactly.
All right, nice
Cambio.
play there from Cardona getting that crowd love.
A mí sí se me dificultaba ver aquí.
There's Cardona's opportunity to regain some control. At least these two having fun out there. That's one thing I love, the attitudes here on the WRT. You know, you can be a fierce competitor in the court, still smile, and
Exactly.
you know, be friends on and off the court.
Una más.
Right.
Doesn't make you any less of a competitor.
Huh?
Doesn't make you any less of a competitor if you give a little
Exactly.
smile once
That's
in a while, right?
Tell me about it.
Yeah, you always have a smile on your face.
Not last night.
Tensions are high.
Punto.
Yes.
6 sirve 11.
6-11.
All right,
Finally,
there's the point.
Alejandro made a point. So thanks to all the sponsors to make possible this tournament.
Absolutely.
Total Fitness.
Gearbox.
All right.
Lots of sponsors on the wall there. We'll give them their props. Ooh.
And now
Punto.
we are with my favorite score, 7-11.
7-11.
7 sirve 11.
All right, another wet court situation. All right, we got our favorite court cleaner out there. What are the conditions like, you know, playing here versus other places? Like last weekend we were, or sorry, last month we were in Colombia. It was hot, humid.
It's humid,
Kind
yeah.
of like an
You sweat a
indoor-outdoor
lot.
situation.
7-11.
AC,
No
right?
AC. Here there's AC, but you know, I mean, obviously you're still leaving a lot out there.
Yes, because I think the courts are pretty, everything is pretty close.
Yeah.
They don't have a
Not
extractor.
great ventilation,
Yeah,
I guess, to take
exactly.
the air out. You need like a
So it's
like a
very-
bathroom fan in there.
Exactly. So Alejandro did a little change on serves. He decided to serve C-serve to Alvaro's backhand,
Cambio.
and didn't work.
Just
So
gotta
now
take
I-
that gamble, huh?
Yeah,
Like we'll
Alejandro's
go back
searching
to the
now.
drive,
Searching now on serves and
trying to
new
switch it up,
strategies.
and
Yeah. to
that's
make
good
points.
to see him. You know, try something new against Alvaro.
Alvaro sticks to the
Nice
C-serve to the
return.
backhand, and he just brick kills it from 39 feet
7-11.
on the court. 7-11. Shot by Alvaro. It was a rocket serving by Alejandro, and he just kills us from the
11
back.
sirve 7.
11-7.
Vuelve.
Right over. Just a hint a little bit there for Alejandro. That's hard to go by that belly.
11 sirve 7.
I think 11 is some kind of magic number here for these
Yes,
two. We're kind of
11,
stuck
7.
again at,
Yes.
at 11 points.
Great serve by Ali, but it opens. Shot by
Skip.
Alvaro.
Yeah, I thought that skipped too.
That's skip ball by Alvaro. Good call by Andre. Now 7-11 again.
Yeah, still holding there at
Tricky,
7-11,
tricky.
the favorite for you. If
7
Cardona can
sirve
come back
11.
and win game 2, keep it very exciting here if we go to breaker.
Corto.
Yeah, Alejandro's searching for serves. C-serve. Alvaro just kills it down the
Yeah.
line. It's a short C-serve.
Which is interesting because Cardona's serve is one of, you know, his big
of his
strengths,
assets,
and so you
yeah.
can see that he's got to mix it up here against Beltran.
Because he's reading it. Alvaro's reading it pretty good.
Yeah.
And he's like
Needs to change
frustrated that he's not making points with his biggest asset, which is the drive serve. And Albi's okay. So
it. Let's see if these guys can change it up with this timeout,
Okay.
and we'll be right back.
we'll be right back.
Looks like these guys are ready to get started. They've been stuck at 11 points in game 1 and again in game 2. With Alvaro in the service box calling this timeout. Let's see if he can take it away right here.
Great serve by Alvaro. Little wallpaper there.
Yeah, can you describe the wallpaper again?
12
I like
sirve
that
7.
term.
That term, it's when the ball travels like
Like it kind of skims against the
exactly,
wall there?
exactly.
Okay.
See that? That opened a little bit. So it opened
Nice
in
placement. Nice
Yes.
placement there
Yes.
for Cardona. Just out of reach for Alvaro.
7 sirve 12.
So now it's 7-12. He got a point
Yeah,
with
got
that
a little bit of movement.
with a little paper wallpaper serve. Yeah. You like that, huh?
I do. I like that term. Some great terms in racquetball.
Mhm. So I don't know what the call is, but what's it called? Score hinder. So score hinder, played over. Gonna have 7-12. Shot, good rally.
Nice rally.
Good serve by Alejandro. Got Alvaro on surprise, but he rescinded pull back, and we had a good rally there.
12 sirve 7.
Yeah, I'd say it's been a pretty long match. They had a long game 1 and a pretty long game 2 here.
Wallpaper. Great hit run by Alejandro. That's a whap bracket. Hit it right there.
Yeah, an error there from Beltran.
Unforced error. The first one on the second game by Alvaro.
7 sirve 12.
7-12 again.
Still 7-12. The winner of this match will continue on tonight for the semifinals against Jake Bredenbeck at 5. Make sure you guys tune in all night
Corta.
long.
5 Mountain time.
I'm sorry?
5
5 p.m. Yes, first semifinal at 5, second at 6.
Mountain time. That's right. 5 p.m. Mountain time.
That's right, we are here in Juarez.
Exactly. Shot by Alejandro. He finally makes a
Punto.
point.
Yeah, moving that score now with 8.
We can even hear that bell.
8
Yeah,
sirve
They're
12.
like, got
Point.
it.
Yes, finally. 8-12. So we have a game
Even
now.
the kitchen's on Cardona's side.
Exactly. So 8-12 is pretty either or not. You win
Yeah.
or go to the second game, you know? Kind
It's
of
like he
score.
needs to take some of that momentum here
Exactly.
and close that gap in order to
advantage, right?
push it into game 3.
Great serve. 2
2.
bounces, but Alvi just reads the serves like crazy. He just
Now, what is it that gives him that ability to read the ball and play her so well? Has he just been playing since he was like 2? Or
Exactly.
Yeah, his whole
not
life.
even 2 months. he
Yeah.
was,
He had him run around a court.
yes, he's one of his assets is that he reads people's not minds but strokes and knows where the serve will go. So
Punto.
he anticipates for the serve, right? So he's like a goalie on a penalty
He's
shot.
already
Yeah.
there when
He knows what,
Yeah.
because he
13 sirve
you gotta
8.
have on the serve, you have to have a deception. Bounce the ball equally, toss the ball equally, either whatever you want to serve, but you gotta do the same mechanic. So the opponent will know the
14-8.
difference between C serve, drive serve, or or jam serve.
right.
So we have 14-8.
Yeah,
I thought
match
it
point.
was a tricky 8-12 is a very tricky score,
Yeah,
and
pretty
now it's
pivotal.
Skip.
another forced error, but it's all right. Alvarez in complete control of the game.
Yep, giving Cardona an opportunity
Yeah.
here. We've seen players come back before.
Exactly.
When,
We've seen it.
yeah, we've seen it. Let's see if we'll see it
Exactly.
here today.
He needs to make his serve, but put away his setups. Alvarez putting a lot of pressure on him. He wants to kill the ball so low that he's making him skip. Great serve. Setup. Didn't put it away the setup. That cost him the side up. Oh, no.
Skip.
That's a point.
All right, there's the point
Yes.
then for
I thought
Cardona.
he got it on 2 bounces, but it was not. So we have 9-14.
Keeping it competitive here in game 2.
Mm-hmm. We after this match, it will be David Horn versus Alejandro Landa. So
That's
keep
right.
keep tuned.
10 minutes in between
Great
matches.
serve by Alejandro. Great return by Alvaro.
All
He's
right.
putting away now his setups. He's like,
yeah. He listened to what you said. He must be getting the feet
exactly,
over there.
Exactly.
2 points in a row for Cardona.
He's might be thinking, what the hell? I'm losing already. I'm just go for it.
Yeah.
Right? I lost the first game because I didn't kill the ball. So I'm just going to go for it.
Alvaro giving
10
some coaching
sirve
tips.
14. Tiempo fuera.
All right, looks like these guys are going to go ahead and take out as Cardona comes back with 2 in a row. Let's see what he can do right after the break. And we're back in game 2 of our second quarterfinal match here at the Juarez Open. Alvaro Beltran versus Alex Cardona. Beltran taking game 1 15-10. And now Cardona 10 serving 14. Anything can happen. Cardona just scoring 2 points in a row, keeping it alive here in game 2. We're just waiting for Beltran to come back out on the court. Javier, any predictions here? What's going to happen? You know, timeout kind of breaks up some of the momentum. What's going on out there?
My prediction is if Alejandro comes up
Juego.
with a good serve and puts away his setups, he has a pretty good chance to come back. But he has to make this point. He has to adjust his setups, the way he's hitting it. He's overhitting it, causing him skips. He lost 15-10 on the first game. Now it's 10-14. That tricks your mind to say, oh, it was the same score I had last game. I should adjust pretty good. So let's see what he's made of.
Yeah, we're going to see it right now. You don't want to give Alvaro another opportunity for match point.
Exactly. He at least needs to score 2 to 3 points to put Alvaro pressure in order to make him skip or
Right, another
unforced error.
and an opportunity.
Serve. Great get by Alejandro. Great shot.
Ooh,
Great
nice
gets. That's
shot.
a great
Yeah.
shot. Dive-in kill shot.
Whew, it's like one of the most tension-filled rallies here.
Exactly.
As we want
11-14.
to see Cardona start turning it around here in game 2.
11-14. It's tough to get the momentum when you dive and you have to clean it up and all
Yeah.
that, but it's part of the game. You gotta get used to it. All the kids over there.
Maybe an
don't-
opportunity in game 2 at this point to catch your
Exactly.
breath a little bit too, right?
But if you are a very impatient person,
Yeah.
you have to be patient. Regroup. Still, don't get cold.
11 sirve
Just giving all these
14.
life lessons here on our broadcast today, Javi. 1 point at a time, savings, patience.
Saving $1.
Yeah. Right, here's Cardona now.
11-14.
3 points in a row.
Great serve. Great
Wow.
hands up there.
4 points in a row for Cardona.
12-10. Now he's putting pressure on Alvaro
Yeah.
to close it out. Alvaro doesn't want to go to tiebreaker because he wants to go and rest for his next match.
Yeah, for the
Alejandro doesn't
semis.
want to go back home right now.
12-14.
Right.
He wants to tiebreaker.
Different things on the line for each of
Yes.
these players. Let's see what
So
happens.
it's
This was
the
4
two
in a
faces
row.
of the exactly
Mhm.
the two faces of the game, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The legend and the up-and-coming legend.
Exactly. Ooh, another lesson.
Ooh, nice return there from Alvaro. Going to silence Cardona's run a little bit.
Exactly. That's what Alvi makes him so good. He has made him one of the best players ever to play this game. On situations like that, 12-14, and you go for it and you win it.
Second match point now for Alvaro.
Wallpaper. Splat. Didn't put it.
Wow.
Ooh, that's
And
a,
I
that
guess
was a
that
great.
pressure that you're talking about, he's feeling it now out there.
Exactly.
12
Air from
sirve
Beltran
14.
giving Cardona now another chance
Mhm.
to close the gap within 2 of tying it up here in game 2. If Cardona can hold on and close out game 2, we're going to breaker.
That's right. Drives her again.
That going to be a second serve?
No, play it over because
Play over?
Alejandro was in this way.
Got it.
Vuelta.
Play it over.
12-14.
Crowd giving the ref a little bit of
Yeah, a little
a
boo.
little bit of trouble there.
That was a great goal. Alejandro was need an even jump or try to jump.
Oh,
Those are the situations that I was telling you about.
yeah.
See the cool and calm. Just tap it on the right corner. Not overhearing it, even though he needs that side out, right? So for the kids out there, more pressure
14
you are,
sirve 12.
more calm you have to be.
Yeah. Balance it out a little bit, right, within
That's
yourself.
what makes a difference between.
Third match point for Alvaro. Nice get.
Great get by Alvaro. Great rally, guys.
Yeah.
Another
Wow.
great get by Alejandro. Great
Wow.
shot, and Alvarez in the
Wow.
semifinals.
What a way to end the match there
Juego.
for
Yes.
Alvaro after a comeback from Cardona. Great rally, great gets. This means Beltran wins 15-12 in game 2 and will move on to the semifinals later tonight at 5 p.m. against Jake Bredenbeck.